A lot of you guys asked me, Lanisha, what do you mean that there is another side to this boutique and what does it look like? So if you didn't see the short from last week, I actually got invited to my cousin's birthday party that was masquerade themed, and I tried on a series of dresses and did select one of those dresses. However, on the other side of the store is mainly bridal and quince. And yes, this is what it looks like. Again, at the time that I had found this boutique, it was actually new. So I'm actually seeing this boutique at a time where it's only 3 weeks old. So it is very new. They had just opened. I kind of ended up finding this boutique truly on accident. And this was really coming at a time where I had just finished, the wedding planning and having the wedding. Had this boutique been available or been, an item or option that was available during my wedding planning process, I definitely would have been in here. They have a ton of beautiful selection items. But again, they did have an altar on site. I did work with her. Great experience with her. I would recommend her. Very, very easy to work with, especially with some of the things I was looking to do with the dress piece that I had picked out. This particular day, there was actually also a couple other appointments, one specifically being a set of twins who were there for their first fitting for their quince. And it was emotional. They were absolutely beautiful. They were trying on their dresses, their first fit. And of course, there was the dad was there and the grandma was there and the grandma was emotional. It was just absolutely beautiful. The selection that they had, the staff, super, super friendly. They did, of course, have bridal. I want to say my second time when I had gone back to pick up the dress from the alterations, they did expand their bridal section. So this is only one part of it. They did have it split into more, I don't want to say simple, but more like simple but elegant pieces. So that is this section here, you'll see. And you'll see a lot of like satin, light fabric, more like beachy kind of vibe, if you will. And then there's a whole nother section that has more like thicker material, ball gowns kind of, set up. So, but more specifically for, again, the quince and bridal side, this is the bridal section where there, again, you'll see a little more lace, a little more beading, a little more jewel, thicker fabric, longer trains. You'll see in this section here. Prices I did feel were reasonable. I felt that they were quite comparative to that of, let's say David's Bridal or a couple other boutiques in the area. I didn't feel that it was anything far different from that, just so you have, a reasonable expectation going in. Of course, if you do have questions about pricing, most of the items were marked. If you did have questions, reach out to the rep. They were definitely there to assist, get me the information that I needed, fairly quickly.